Hi, and thanks for choosing Planet Rentals for your next outdoor adventure. First off, we're going to go over some general trailer information that is pertinent to all of our different camping trailers, and then we'll go specifically over the camping trailer that you have reserved. First of all, when you come for your reservation, make sure you plan enough time to get paperwork filled out and the trailer hooked up. When appointments are rushed, we always find that then, some information is skipped over, or, we're not as thorough as we'd like to be. So make sure you plan plenty of time for your pickup appointment. Secondly, make sure that you have your driver's license and the insurance card for the vehicle that will be towing our trailer available and ready for us. We'll need copies of those along with the contract that you sign. Now, it's important that you know what type of site you're going to with the trailer. Many sites have water, power, and sewer hookups, and many sites have none of that at all. And how the trailer works and operates is quite dependent on that. And so you'll want to know those differences before you head out there. And then I wanted to go over some general driving tips for you. When you're towing a trailer, it's always very important to drive at a very slow and safe speed. It's just not worth pushing. Plan some extra time in your trip so that you have plenty of time to get where you're going. It's easier on our trailer and easier on your tow vehicle if you just take it easy. Secondly, because you'll be a longer rig, you need to make sure that you're careful when you're cornering. You need to take corners a little bit wider and plan for that sort of thing. It's always smart to know exactly where you're going, have good directions, or have driven there before, because it's hard to make evasive maneuvers or U-turns and that sort of thing when you have a trailer in tow. And then whenever you're backing up the trailer, make sure that you have someone there helping you back up to help you make sure you don't, of course, run into any obstacles and that sort of thing. And then when you're setting up the trailer, you want to make sure that you're being careful of anything that's overhead on the trailer or around the sides of it. Many of our trailers have slide outs or pop downs and that sort of thing that extend from the side of the trailer. So before you get it all set up, you want to make sure there's plenty of clearance all around the trailer. And then also, we want you to really treat our trailers well. We have what we feel the best trailers and the best pricing out there of any RV dealer. And a big part of that is because we really feel like we have the best renters. So we do put some responsibility on you to make sure you take care of our units. We suggest taking your shoes off when you go inside the trailer. That really just helps with cleanup. It helps maintain the floor and the furniture, all that sort of thing. We suggest that you try not to take the trailer off-road. We suggest that you keep it nice and swept and clean. And then, help with eliminating horseplay and other rough activities that may happen in or outside the trailer, just to help, keep it nicer and cleaner for those that come after you. And then also wanted to note that all of our trailers have a spare tire on them, of course, but that spare tire is not intended for long distance driving. That spare tire is intended to get you somewhere to get a tire repaired and replaced so that you can continue on with your trip. So please don't plan on using the spare tire to drive any extended distance if something were to happen to one of the original tires on the trailer. We of course keep all those tires in great working condition for you. Now we'll go over the general hookup of the trailer to the tow vehicle here. So the first thing we're going to do is lower the trailer down onto the ball of the vehicle. And then every trailer comes with a safety pin. This is what's going to ensure that the trailer is locked on to the truck securely. If the pin goes through, you've got it set up correctly and it can't come undone from the ball of the vehicle. Next we have the safety chains, and they have hooks that clip onto the security hole on the vehicle. I like to cross the chains once or twice, with one going this way and the other one going this direction. Next is the hookup for the lights on the trailer. All of our trailers have this 7-pin RV connection, and so you need to make sure your vehicle can accommodate that type of plug. And then lastly is the breakaway cable for the trailer. What this does is if the trailer were to come unhooked from the vehicle somehow, this cable will pull and activate the brakes on the trailer so that it doesn't keep rolling away. Alright, and then if you're using one of our equalizer hitches, you'll want to lower the trailer down onto the ball of the tow vehicle, just enough to get that pin locked in, and then you want to swing the arms up onto the side of the trailer and lock those in. Then lower the rest of the trailer weight down onto the tow vehicle. What that does is help transfer some of the weight of the trailer up to the front tires of the tow vehicle for cornering and braking, and it also helps with sway control as you're driving down the road. Now be mindful of the things that you put inside the trailer. If you're using one of our equalizer hitches, make sure that does not go inside the trailer on the linoleum. We've had quite a few trailers damaged that way, as well as, you know, generators and other rough equipment like bikes and things like that. Please be careful with the flooring of our trailers. All right, once you arrive at your campsite, the first thing you're going to need to do is level the trailer. So with the level that's provided with the trailer, you'll want to check for side-to-side levelness using the back bumper of the trailer. So you just put that on there, and then depending on which side is high or low, you'll raise that side up using the tires of the trailer and the blocks that we provide. With these blocks, you'll tuck them up underneath the trailer tire and back up onto them. If you needed to go even higher, you can build a little ramp using these blocks to go even too high here. Once you back up onto the blocks, then you check your levelness again and make sure you're nice and level. And then once your vehicle's level side to side, you want to chalk the tires using the included chocks. Just one on each side of the tire. Tuck them in nice and firm, and then the same on the other side of the trailer on one of the tires. Okay, now that you're level side to side and the tires are chalked on the trailer really well, it's now time to unhook it from your tow vehicle and check levelness front to back. To check that levelness, you can just place the level here on the front A-frame of the trailer, and then you're going to use the tongue jack, raised or lowered, in order to level the trailer front to back. Now you can drop the stabilizers that are on the trailer. There's a provided crank that you connect here. You just attach it to the end and just crank those stabilizers down until they're on the ground. Once they touch the ground, I usually do another 2 cranks to support a little bit of the weight of the trailer, but you don't support much of the weight. In fact, these stabilizers are not used to level the trailer whatsoever. They're just used to help eliminate some of the rocking motion of the trailer when you're walking around inside. Now when your trip's over and it's time to hook up and leave, you're going to do all of those steps we went over just in reverse. So first you're going to raise those stabilizer jacks that we lowered. Then you're going to hook up to the vehicle and of course raise the tongue jack all the way. Then remove the chocks that are on the tires on both sides of the trailer. Then pull the trailer off of any leveling blocks side to side, and you're good to go. All right, now we're going to go over the details of our Aspen Trail Bunkhouse trailer. On the front here are the 2 propane tanks with this cover. Now on the top of the propane tank is this little access cover that you can use to get in and turn the tanks on and off as needed. With the 2 tanks, we always say you start with the passenger side tank and then roll over to the driver's side tank. And I'll show you how that's done here. You actually remove the whole cover. And on the back is a lever that you're going to just point at one tank or the other. Now the lever will point at the tank you're using, so this would indicate this tank, or turned this direction for this other tank. Alright, and then the 2 batteries for this trailer are also located on the front, just right here behind the propane tank. Now there's nothing specific that you need to do with them here. They'll charge automatically when the trailer's plugged in, either to a generator or to the power at your hookup site. Alright, located here on the driver's side of the trailer is the hot air vent for the water heater and furnace. Now this will get hot to the touch, so just be careful with items that might be close or for touching it. Now over this way is our water connection. Now this is where you need to know if you have full-time water at your campsite or if you'll be using the water tank that's on the trailer. To fill the water tank on the trailer, you'd remove this cap and with a hose just fill up the tank here until it starts to gurgle out at you, at which point you know it's full. If you do use the water tank, you'll need to run the pump inside the trailer in order to run the pressure of the water up to the faucets. Now if you have full-time water hookups at your site, you're going to use this connection here. And here you'll actually screw a hose onto the side of the trailer as such. And then the other side of the hose will go to the hookup faucet at your site. Now here on the hose we provide a pressure regulator that regulates the amount of pressure that can go through the hose and into the trailer. Many hookup sites have way too much pressure for what those lines can handle, so this regulates that to protect those lines in the trailer. Moving back a little on the trailer, you have the service access panel for the fridge. You shouldn't need to access this. The fridge will turn on and off from a switch inside the trailer. Directly below that is the cover and storage container for the power plug for the trailer. Now this is what will charge the batteries on the trailer if you have power at your site or have a generator. Now we include this adapter that will adapt it to plug into a regular outlet, but most power poles at campsites have this 30 amp configuration plug. So either way you're covered on which plug type you need. And that again just stores right inside that cubby. Then there's a little outside shower cubby here that opens with the key to the trailer. Just a hot and cold water and a little water spigot there, which is great for spraying off muddy feet or whatever before you get inside the trailer. Alright, also located on the driver's side of the trailer is the sewer outlet here. Now if you have sewer connection at your site, then you can connect the sewer hose, full-time into the hole in the ground that's designated for the sewer, and then just open up both valves by pulling those. Then as you use any of the water in the trailer or the toilet, that'll just empty right into the hole in the ground. Otherwise, you're going to empty the 2 tanks when you're done with your trip. That's done just by removing the cap here on the trailer and then connecting the sewer hose just right over those little knobs that are on the site there. Now the gray handle is for your gray water. This is your sinks and your shower. To open that up, you would just pull it straight towards you. Then your black handle is for your sewer and your toilet. Now that also opens by pulling towards you. When you go to empty the tanks, you'll want to do black water first until it stops draining, then pull the gray handle second, and that'll help kind of flush out all the sewage. And then you can run lots of fresh water down the toilet and sinks just to clean everything out. Now the sewer hose is located here in the back bumper of the trailer, and just pull that off and it stores right inside. Okay, and then we're just going to pull the step right out. That's of course for entering and exiting the trailer. And then this handle here is nice because it can kind of hold the door shut when it's in travel, and then it can come out this way to help you get in and out of the trailer, or it can fold out of the way the other direction. Alright, right inside the front door of the trailer is the main control panel that controls a lot of the things in the trailer. First is the awning. It goes in and out by a touch of the button, but we really want to caution you against using the awning, especially if there's any wind or rain. It's the #1 thing that's always damaged on our trailers, and so especially if you're leaving the trailer even for a minute, just put that awning back up, or if there's any weather, just put it up. Now there's a switch for the exterior lights, a switch for the interior lights, and then the water heater that can run off of gas here or electric here. Now you only want to run the water heater off of electric if you have full-time power at your site. Otherwise it'll drain your battery really quick. So if you don't have power at your site, you want to run it off of gas. That water heater takes about 10 to 15 minutes to get hot, so we ask that you just turn it off a few minutes before you're needing hot water. Then if you don't have full-time water at your site, you'll need to run the water pump in order to pressurize the lines inside the trailer for the faucets and the toilet. That pump pumps the water from the water tank up to the faucets. Then you have your meters here, your battery meter, your black water meter, your gray water meter, and your fresh water. Now the stove and the oven both work off propane. To light the stove, you just put this over here to the light and then turn this guy to spark it and ignite it. And then same thing with the oven. Over here to pilot, make sure it's pushed in and then spark it that way to light. Now this trailer also features an AM/FM radio, CD player, and DVD player that works with the TV here. Now the TV has a couple bungee cords on the back that you'll need to release if you want to swivel it out or anything, but when it's in travel, make sure those bungees are secure. To run the TV, you will need either plug-in power at your site or a generator to power it. Now this trailer has a ladder for the top bunk. It can come down and it just clips here in these brackets. And you're all set. Alright, to flush the toilet inside the trailer, there's a handle here that you would step on. In order to flush water as well, you would need to have the pump running if you don't have full-time water at your site. Also, we do include RV safe toilet paper, and we ask that you do not use any other toilet paper, and make sure no towels or cleaning supplies go down the toilet, just the RV safe toilet paper. We also provide chemical, which will help ensure that the tank doesn't smell. We suggest 1 drop in every other day, and you can just flush that right down the toilet and it dissolves and does its job. Alright, in the fridge inside the trailer, Real easy, just press and hold the button until the green light comes on. That indicates that the fridge is running. This fridge automatically switches between plug-in power if you have power at your site and propane if you don't. So it runs off both sources. Now if this green light turns red, that would happen if you're running it on propane and perhaps there's a little hiccup in the gas or an air bubble in the gas line, or if it ever stops igniting because you've run out of propane. So make sure you're always seeing a green light there. If it does turn red, just press and hold till the fridge turns off. Wait about 10 or 15 seconds and then press and hold for it to turn back on. Alright, now this dinette can also fold down into a bed. You do that just by pulling the table up here and then removing both poles. Then you replace the table down at the level of the cushions. And then slide all the cushions flat. Alright, and then the sofa also jackknifes down into a bed as well. Located towards the front of the trailer by the master bedroom is the thermostat that controls both the air conditioner and the heater. To turn it on, you would just press the switch, which will first go to fan mode, and you want to leave it on auto. Then just cycle down to furnace or cooling, set your temperature, and either the AC or the heater will kick on and off as needed to maintain a temperature. This trailer also features a walk-around queen in the front of the trailer, and then a separate TV DVD player that's mounted here. Again, the TV has a couple bungee cords that you want to make sure are in place when you are transporting the trailer. In order to run the microwave, the TVs, or the air conditioner, you will need either a generator or full-time power at your site. Now, none of those are essential appliances, and definitely you can camp without them, but just plan on that if you do plan on using them. With each trailer, we do include a cleaning checklist and a user manual, so if you have any questions, definitely refer to those. But we ask that you really take care of our trailer. We include a broom so that you can keep it broom swept. Again, we recommend that you kick your shoes off when you come inside the trailer, which really helps the wear and tear of the furniture and the floor itself. Thanks again for choosing Planet Rentals for your next camping trip. We hope you really enjoy our trailers and that you have a great time.